First of all, Mr. Tom Welling.
Thanks everybody for being here. I know you're very busy this weekend.
No, they're not. You guys having a good con? No, they con all the time. And raise your hand if you've been to Dragon Con before. Raise your hand if you will come again. Raise your hand if you love me and Tom. Holding your hand.
Raise your hand if you only love Lex.
So we have a couple microphone people. Why don't you guys wave your hands? They're over there. If you have a question, line up, although I'm not sure that that's going to be anything normal or conventional, which is going to be awesome.
Well, first of all,
who's been to one of our panels before?
Oh yeah, do it.
Alright, so we did this thing a couple weeks ago. It was kind of funny, and it takes a lot of crowd participation, but anytime anyone uses the word super, everyone has to boo.
Everyone super.
So,
Yeah, good crowd, smart crowd in Atlanta.
so if I say you guys are really super,
Only you, he also spit on you.
that's unfortunate.
Can I get a cordless mic? Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh. That kid's mom is dragging that kid around. Someone call Child Protective Services.
And she's dressed as a nurse.
She's a nurse!
That's okay.
Yeah,
That was
right.
like me when I was a kid. I get my parents going out of McDonald's.
You know what? My parents always kept my hair long too, because they thought it was cool. Like, our kids can have long hair.
And if
They
you
were,
keep it long when you're little, you never go bald.
and they're like, oh yeah, because they were hippies. Like, yeah, I'll be cool in school. I'm like, no, he'll get his ass kicked. I got my ass kicked.
It was the long hair. That sweater, it's July.
Better.
You told me that's what we want to talk about.
Give me a cordless.
Mr. Luthor would like a cordless microphone.
Here we go.
There we
You've
go.
never been to a panel.
Wait, what's this music playing? Can we crank up the music?
It's bumper music for the Dragon Con TV. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, they turned it off now. Does that feel better though?
Feels much.
Isn't that weird? Did you hear the music?
I guess.
You want to sing while we're here today?
No.
What song would you sing right now?
How about something for Journey? No.
Yes, let's go.
You're a better singer.
I play along with the charade. It doesn't mean to be a reason to change. You know, I feel so dirty when the star talks cheap. I won't tell him that I love him up before his problem.
Almost jumped in. All right, so let's go.
So,
I was just talking about how Tom, he is like, he's never had a lot of patience. When Tom wants to go somewhere, he goes. He's like, where's Rosenbaum? He's not here. We're going, let's go. We're not waiting for him, we're going.
You can join us on stage. Let's go. Everybody's waiting. Let's keep the schedule. You guys are waiting.
Tom likes to keep moving.
Let's keep moving. Let's go.
so with a show like Smallville, when you guys who are obviously such really good friends have to play out the series, how do you prep for that?
We weren't actually friends. Before the show started, we became very fast friends on the show, but it was built out of respect and mutual motivation for the show.
Fast friends?
Fast friends. Like we kind of just had that moment. I remember looking you in the eye and being like, oh, all right, let's make this work. And they were like, yeah.
moment from the pilot when I had to give you CPR by the water?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think you would. I remember just laughing that day. I remember you were sitting there, and it was like every time I gave him CPR, I was trying to be serious. He was just, his lips would quiver like, come on, dude, you're just be dead right now.
So, Tom, what's it like going from playing Clark Kent to playing Kane? How do you sort of reconcile that as an actor?
Well, it was a lot of fun. I wanted to not play some sort of any version of Clark, that's for sure. And I sort of thought about what would be the opposite of that, and I thought, well, Lex was pretty different. And then, because Lex was always sort of ahead of the game, he was always sort of manipulating things behind the scenes and one step ahead of everybody. And I did try to steal that a little bit from Lex when I played that character. Although, I was like, should I go bald? No, that didn't seem like it was fun.
You look good bald, though.
Well, I shave my head every once in a while. I do like that.
Yes, you do. You want to tell them why?
Nope. It's usually out of a mistake. It's usually to fix things. I like to cut my own hair sometimes, that's all. You know, sometimes you're just like, you know what, I've had enough. How do you just trim this part? Oops.
I did that in 3rd grade.
Well,
That happened in Australia.
yeah.
Hey, Tom, your hair's a little short. He's like, no. Just need a little shit.
And then, Michael, with you playing The Flash, how does that sort of work?
What do you mean, how does it work?
Meaning, when you go from playing Lex Luthor...
I think I want to sit like this for the rest of it.
Okay.
What?
It's itchy on the shoulder. Because you
Yeah, great character, sci-fi character.
There's gotta be a name.
I think I just hurt my balls, though.
Sorry. Savage was on the cosplay last night.
Oh, my God.
I'd like to see the argument in a fight sequence between you two if you're connected to the back. Like, trying to turn.
I was just giving elbows.
Who's going to win?
I don't know. What's your question about Flash?
So the question of playing Lex Luthor to be Flash, and it must be nice for you to play a good guy.
It was
Were
good.
you doing it at the same time?
Yeah, it was at the same time. They used to sometimes I'd record from Vancouver, regular studio. But it was nice to come down and sometimes work with Mark Hamill for Batman Beyond and other episodes of Justice League.
And Jensen did somebody too, right?
Did he?
Jensen did a voice. Jensen Ackles did a voice for something, right?
Batman?
Red Hood.
Red Hood? He played Little Red Riding Hood?
Just the voice.
Remember when Jensen and I had to be shirtless in that dungeon?
Remember when Jensen played my coach?
Oh. You're the same age playing still there. You got more hair in your balls than I did, son.
Right. That was an actor. I love him. He was such a good guy. But we made a joke on set. He's like,
What's up?
he's under coach. I was like, let's act.
But Flash was easy because it was just a voice, you know that. You just go in, you can have soda or whatever, you don't have to put makeup on, you'd be great for it.
Yeah.
Just go in there and just start talking, you're like, hey, Batman. You start messing around, it's easy.
Is it animated before you voice it?
No, they animated after, and then you go in and add some voices, but yeah. You don't get paid as much as the live action stuff, not even remotely close.
No character development, and you just like, I am the Flash, and you just read it.
Well, you don't read it like that. Put some enthusiasm. Say that line again with more enthusiasm.
Hey, I'm the Flash.
Better, higher.
Say it like somebody's pointing a gun at you.
Oh my God, I'm the Flash.
See? That's acting, folks.
Oh, you're pretty good at it. I reconcile the two. That's fine.
I can give you an example, though. So, for instance, if you say, hey, fix your kid. Right, that's your line. Hey, fix your kid, nurse.
Hey, nurse, fix your kid.
Okay, now I want you to say it like she's dying.
Oh, nurse, fix your friggin' kid.
No improvisation. Please fix your kid. Oh, damn, nurse.
There's no time! Fix your kid!
There's no time here. Nurse, fix your hippie child.
You couldn't care less about us. All the kid wants to do is go to
We should play my PVC once.
a drink of that water. You saw I didn't do anything to it. Drink. Go on. This is a cup of Tom Welling's DNA. Starting price, $15. $100. We will sign the cup, $200. We can sell this plastic cup of DNA for probably a couple $100.
And in like 2 months, this was found in the hotel room at the Hilton. That's your DNA on it. Can you explain that? I drank at a panel and we sold it for $200. I guess that's how it got there. The judge is like, in prison.
What that nurse's hippie kid.
What's what happened to the nurse's child?
Look at that kid, he's like laying in the sun.
We've been joking lately, and it's actually become not a joke. And now that you guys are here, because you have a voice thing, we think it's a good idea. I guess there's these small little comic books that have gone past the show. And I think it'd be fun to sort of animate those and get the original cast as many as we could to voice them.
We've been talking about that. Wouldn't that be fun?
We should talk to somebody who can actually make it happen.
Al Goff, Miles Miller, creators of Smallville. I already told Al that. That's a great idea. If we brought it, we could bring it.
Yeah. You guys can watch it once or something, right?
I think it'd be a hit. Be a hit, man. They could just like take place right after all that crap went down. In season 10. Remember that?
Oh, with the mansion falling apart?
Yeah. They could just rebuild it the next day. It's like, hey Lex, what's up? You remember what happened yesterday? No. I don't know, my house I apparently got knocked down.
We should get it. It was just X-Men people filming in there. We could all get like a studio where like we're all in the same room and we just kind of do it. We do like a whole episode and we all do it together. Like, that's it.
I just heard we're all together doing it. You're like, what am I doing there, man? Damn it, nurse! Take care of your son!
She's doing great.
Hey, that guy's just bored. He's leaving with the satchel. Where are you going, buddy? You alright? You alright, Sam? No one's leaving here. Understand me?
I wonder what question we have there.
Yeah, let's hear some questions.
Hi, my name is Eternal Zan, and welcome back, Mike.
Wait, what's your name?
Eternal Zan?
I heard Eternal Van.
Zan, Z-A-N, it rhymes with fan.
Eternal Zan?
Eternal Zan.
Yeah.
Eternal Zan, is that a name of a character?
No, but I think
I'm an eternal member of Dragon Con. It's a thing. Like when you had
It's a title. Got it.
When you had everybody raise your hand, like Eternals are
Eternals. Anyone here else Eternals?
Here every year.
they're lifetime members.
So
Lifetime members.
Lifetime members of Dragon Con?
We don't get that?
Yeah, lifetime members.
Okay, first of all, I can't hear shit. I'm going over there. I mean, I can't hear shit. It's like this woman's talking out of a lawnmower.
Well, she's speaking eternal.
How do you put up with this?
You just let it happen.
That's kind of...
They're coming for you, Barbara!
You just
They're
relax.
coming for you! What's that movie? Yeah, nerd like me. This woman right here, Tom, I love you, by the way. How are you, darling?
Oh, Eternal Zan, yeah.
But let me see your camera. Straps around your neck. Gosh. But she's one of those people who can just, they're always filming, asking questions like, yes, and 90% of their footage is the back of that guy's head. So in Smallville, are you filming anything here?
She's filming you with the other camera while you're using it. Because some people can't see it.
Turn it on. I have it on.
We gotta get her some Google glasses where it's just like always on the Snapchat thing.
Yeah. Get with technology, man.
Eternal. So the question
What's your question? Ask your question again.
So my question was, well, first of all, welcome back, Michael. Thank you very much for coming back, before Zod. And my question is, and wonderful job at the aquarium. And
Thank you, Michael. My question is for Tom.
Video management file is broken.
My question for Tom is, why is 2018 the year that you finally came to join us? And thank you very much. Like, why?
There's one reason, and then there's a very strong second. The first reason is because of this guy, because he's been for years he's been telling you how much these things are like. But Michael's been going to these conventions in front of you guys, and he's like, dude, you have to understand, it's not like when you're at a press conference and everybody's just bugging you, trying to get dirt on you, trying to fuck with you, and annoy you, because that's usually what happens at press conferences. He's like, these are your fans, these are people who are responsible for you being able to do what you want to do. And they're all happy. Nobody comes to this panel because they hated us. I mean, neighbors probably want to
Except this guy. He's like, I don't even know who these assholes are.
Yeah.
I thought we were covered with Supernatural.
Yeah. My wife's another Lex. She made me come here.
Let me just say, I love Supernatural. Thomas. I just want to say one thing for the record. Smallville was way before Supernatural. And the reason that Supernatural it was Smallville.
Well, one of the things I think some of you guys were at a panel yesterday, one of the things that I realized when I first came here is that this convention is very different because it's very fan-oriented, where you guys vote on who's allowed to come here. So it's really cool that, and special that that's sort of, the way that this place works. Because otherwise it's really just it's purely based on financial reasons, usually with the convention. So thank you guys for voting us in. I know my That's like more applause than a Mets game, dude. She's still filming.
That's the best video I
I'm just going back to my seat.
You're gonna
Thank
have
you.
nothing for 4 hours and then that.
There she is.
Hey.
Eternal. All right. Batter up.
So before I start my question, last year, Michael Rosenbaum, you came to your own panel, and just you, and I just want to say you came over, touched my head, and wiggled my nose. But you did. And so many questions. That was for Michael. Then the second thing is for Tom. You were always assuming.
What was the question for Michael?
Oh, that wasn't a question, but.
Okay.
But my question for you, Tom, is when you were playing Superman as a Boy Scout. Anyway, so you rarely got to play a villain. When you got to play a villain, it always seemed like you were very happy about that.
Well, yeah, one of the things about playing Clark and then playing a version of a villain, you literally just play the opposite. And that, to me, like as an actor, it's a lot of fun. All of a sudden, you get to play something different when you've been playing a character for so long. You get an episode of playing something different. I'm sure Michael felt the same when he got to play Zod, which was a really positive experience.
I love telling that story. So embarrassing.
Well, one of the things is you're on these shows and you're playing a character, and then you open up a script and they go, and then then it's like the alter ego of your character. And I remember being like, so this is a different character, right? So I get paid twice, right? And they're like, no, it doesn't work that way. And you're like, well, why doesn't it work that way? Well, you're playing a different version of the same character. It's just a different universe, and we go through it, and there's this thing, and it's crystals that always look kind of phallic, and like that kind of stuff. And it's like getting confusing. You go, fine, I'll do it.
Is I really thought when I saw Zod, I'm like, oh cool, I don't work that day. I'm like, yeah, you do. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's Clark and Zod. You're Zod. What?
Zod.
Zod. I'm not playing as Zod or Zan. I think I had more.
No, that's it. flex different muscles. He played it. We did an episode called Transference, which is one of my favorites, where John Glover and I switched characters, so to speak, and that was a lot of fun. Just because Lionel Luthor to me was always such an interesting character, and John Glover's probably one of the best actors I'll ever work with. I mean, he's just so talented and so creative. He was really fun to work with. He liked to do this thing with Michael. I don't know if this is appropriate, but I'll say it anyway. He would do these things with Michael where he would, it's in the blockings or sometimes in shooting, he would just get as close to Michael's face as possible. I mean, like, I'm talking like nose to nose, if not closer, and Michael would stand in there and stand in there and stand there, and then eventually one would break. But it was more of like a challenging technique that I think John used as Lionel to sort of be sort of a bigger sort of emotional figure. I think he was trying to push that on him. But at the same time it was hilarious.
And that helped me too, because it was like, at first you're right, it was just weird. I had never experienced something like that. I was like 27, and I had this guy I was working with who would like,
I mean, nose to
well,
yeah. You can't even film it.
Stand up for a second. So, there you go. You're standing right here.
Who's who? Who's who in this scenario?
You're me. You're bald right now.
Turn your shoulders a little more to
That's right. All right. So, John Glover, normal scene, if I went to you need to say something like, this is how a normal actor does. Son, I love you. I've always loved you, Lex. Right, that's okay, that's, you know, that's a standard, right? But John would walk in and go, Lex. That was really interesting. It was interesting, so then I started to touch people. Guest stars, we barely had a line. Mr. Luthor, your pizza's here. It's like, thank you, Skip. Michael, stop touching the other actors. It's not interesting. No, it's weird. You don't know him.
Very true.
So then you started doing that.
Yeah, but I would always do it like below frame.
Yes, you
Like
would.
we would have these scenes where we'd come in and we'd talk, and like all of a sudden Michael just put his, like, for no other reason, he would just put his hand like the shot's here, and he would just sort of reach out and put his hand. Because it works, and there's a lot of trust, that's fine.
I'm not going to go any lower than I should. In the hot barn, the steamy barn, you pervert. By the way, why do we always get the kid in the front that just bored out of his mind? Oh my gosh, that one's like in another world right now. Look at this kid right here. This is what LSD does, folks.
Yeah. You have to chop the mushrooms, not just the Hershey bar.
Yeah, you got to give him some of
You
them
gotta keep us
mushrooms.
higher up in the fridge. I got a question for you guys.
He's got great
Is
posture.
there anyone here, raise your hand, is there anyone here who ever remembers a character on Smallville knocking before that character entered the set? Right? Never. I'd be in the barn, opening up this thing, pulling out this thing, which I don't even know what it is.
Hey, Clark, how are you?
Relax. I've got super hearing. Oh, sorry, Dad. But like, I really should have heard him.
It was like I was on a computer saying, hey, Lex. Say, hey, Lex. Hey, Lex. Oh, crap. Security here. Security!
All right, let's get some more questions, because yesterday we didn't get to all the questions and I felt bad.
Yeah, but it's fun, isn't it?
Who's up? The guy with the Spider-Man thing, that's awesome. We're very, very appropriate.
It's the human. It's the human spider. Yeah. If you guys could play any other comic book character besides the ones you've already had, whether in voice or in live action, which would it be?
Lex, I thought it was always funny now that you said this. How come we never did an episode where like we switched? That would be hilarious.
There's they'd have to buy some nice fitting suits for you.
Right?
I'd have to wear that plaid crap.
You would wear my clothes if you'd be too big. You'd have to get stuck in your white suit.
Yeah, and I'll be ripped out like the Hulk. I'm like, what are you? What's the matter with
I'd
this
wear
suit?
gloves, and I'd be like, what's this thing for?
Yeah, and you'd be like, what's 8 times 16? I go, I don't know. Lex, I'm not like you.
I don't do bad.
I don't even know what 8 times 16 is, do you?
No.
There's a bunch of idiots here. Here's the idiot.
All right. One more.
All right.
Last question.
Is it? Really? Is that it? Dad?
Michael, love
Move closer to the microphone, sir. All right, Michael, love your podcast.
128 is the answer.
Oh, sorry. And listen to your podcast. Really enjoyed all of your interviews. What have you enjoyed most about the podcast? You have also, the one that really stuck out was when you interviewed Dax, and then you also did Dax's show. You were incredibly vulnerable, opened up a lot. It was really exciting. What's been your most enjoyable episode, and then what have you enjoyed about it?
I'll answer that question first. Here's the thing about Michael. We both got burned early on when we were doing Smallville by a guy who came up, and I won't name the magazine, but he came up, he wanted to do, it's like a really popular magazine, everybody wanted it to be done, and it was like our big first sort of interest in a magazine, and the guy came around and was asking all these weird questions about, like personal questions, which we all kind of avoided.
You feel sort of safe, like, oh, he's a good guy.
And then he was on set, and we both were sort of done for the night. We were saying like, hey man, I'll see you tomorrow. And the guy walked in, he was like, hey, did you guys have fun today? And blah, blah, blah. We looked down, and out of his pocket, his little briefcase, he had a microphone sticking out. There was obviously, and the red light was on. And him and I looked at each other, we're like, and from then on, we both kind of had our guard up. I especially, because I don't know, I don't have anything to say. Our jobs are to say lines that other people write for us. So like, I don't really have a lot to say, except for like right now, I guess. But the thing about Michael is because of the trust we have in our relationship is that I felt very comfortable to say things that I probably would have never said anywhere else. He just has that energy, and I felt safe. And I think that with all the friends that you do have, what I've seen on the podcast is I've seen people open up because you protect them, they're safe, and you end up, I think as an audience, as fans, you get to hear things that you wouldn't have heard from like pretty much anywhere else. And that's sort of a gift you have.
Thanks, man.
Good. He nailed it. You know, when I first started doing it, like Tom's always like, he was my first guest. You know, I'm like, hey, what you doing? He's like, yeah, dude, whatever. He's always up for it. He's always just a good dude, good friend. And I heard you. Yeah, for me, that's true. But I didn't know what I was gonna do. Everybody has a podcast. So
And I didn't know either, by the way.
and it was in my house. But I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, oh, I'll have a podcast. I'll just interview people. But it became, inadvertently, I didn't know, but it became therapy.
Yeah.
For me, and then I guess, and then the people listening were like, oh, Tom dealt with that. Kristen Bell had anxiety. Stephen Amell went through a divorce. All these different things. And you don't interrogate the people, but I found if you just talk to people and you're just genuine, and like you said, then they open up. So it became sort of like a purpose for me. Like I felt like, oh my God, this is. I see all these tweets from people, and they're just like, "Oh my God, you dealt with anxiety. This really helped me," and that makes my day. I really love it.
And I'm not looking. I mean, I'm obviously not soliciting you guys for a big response. But if you guys felt that with this podcast, that you're hearing things that you just don't normally hear from other interviews and stuff like that.
Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Jennifer Love Hewitt was like talking about how she didn't love herself. And I was like, what? I was like, wait a minute, I don't always love myself. Sometimes. Depends until you walk in.
Moderator.
Anyway, so it's really interesting. So check it out. It's called Inside of You, Michael Rosenbaum on iTunes. Thank you so much, sir, for that. I really appreciate that. It's great. Thank you.
And it's very warm, but it's also funny. So it's got a lot of different things going on, which is really hard to pull together in a podcast.
Well, I don't like talking politics because in politics it's everywhere. Everybody hates it and they don't want to talk about that stuff. So for me, it's just like me being an idiot. I don't, it gets deep,
But it's disarming without being overtly disarming, which I think is the key.
you listen to my podcast. Nurse! All right, next question. Thank you.
My question is for Michael. I want to know if you're going to be on the Walk of Fame. came later taking selfies because that is an awesome shirt, a die-hard Mets fan.
Are you gonna be on the Walk of Fame?
Sorry, he's farting.
Am I gonna be the Walk of Fame?
Yeah, she wants to get a selfie because she loves your shirt.
You like my shirt? This shirt? Are you a Mets fan? Keith Hernandez, baby. Mustache rides. He's known for the best mustache in the world. Sorry. For a second, I just thought I was talking to that person. You ever do that? You ever forget there's 5,000 people in a room?
We're not in Europe. You can't just say whatever you want.
Well, you can if you're harmless and it's fun, you don't need anything by it, right? Guy,
You want his shirt right now? Oh, okay.
you want a picture of me right now? By the way, I have the best armpit farts in the world, don't I?
They're effective. They're effective. That was super. Next question.
Hello. Oh my God.
Hi.
Hi. So first of all, thank you both for being here, gracing us with your presence. Your beauty is so amazing. I can feel it radiating even all the way back here. And I want to thank you for that. That's not my question. That's just a compliment. My true question is, in Smallville, it was incredibly heartbreaking to see Lex and Clark, who have had a wonderful friendship, finally split ways, break up, if you will. And when I went through a breakup in high school or college, I always...
This is the therapy. Are we on inside of you right now?
This is it.
I think are we on your podcast right now?
This is
Lex
it.
is inside.
It's happening.
This question.
This is real. So, I always thought the best way to win a girl back was to make her a mixtape. That always worked very well for me. I was wondering, for Clark and Lex, they're probably sitting in their room thinking, you know what, I miss Clark, I miss Lex. I'm gonna make him a mixtape. What is the first song to catch?
Take my breath away. Remember Top Gun?
There you go.
I was thinking, I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said.
There's a lot of direct eye contact in Smallville.
Thank you. Or it could be, let's sing one more good one. Tom, there's gonna be another good one.
Faith, get it.
No.
I want your legs. I want your legs.
You know that song? He's like,
You know that song.
next question.
So my question is this.
Is that mine?
My question is this. If you could be in any... franchise...
Sorry, buddy.
Actually, wrong
Was that the
franchise.
Superman song?
No, that was Indiana Jones.
Star Wars, right?
So my question is this. If you guys could be in any franchise, past or present or future,
Yes, I know.
what would it be?
Charlie's Angels.
TGIF. Restaurant franchise.
Totally.
Right? Oh, man. What franchise would you be, man? Chili's. I bet you're a big Arby's fan. Arby's. We got meat.
I watch TV. All right.
How do y'all feel the small fry? What? Arby's is killing me right now, right?
Call me small fry. You better take that back. Beat your ass with your own hands. Small fry. Let me get a bigger microphone.
How do you feel it affected all the different franchises now?
He wants to know.
This is the worst acoustics ever. I'm struggling to hear you speak. Can you hear anything?
So the question was, do you think Smallville affected all of the other franchises like The Flash and all the CW shows now?
Yeah, I think we were kind of like the first of that,
Yeah.
those shows that they put a lot of money into and really respected the franchise, and I think the quality of the show just opened up a lot of eyes, and people were like, wait a minute, they're spending millions of dollars and they're respecting this, they're not making it some kind of like cheesy, ridiculous show.
We had a guy named Greg. We had Greg Beeman, who was a big part of our showrunner, being a showrunner at the beginning, and then Glenn Winter was our DP at the beginning. He kind of established the stylized look and the lensing of the show and the action, and he went on to work on The Flash and Arrow, and that's why
Supergirl.
So you'll see similarities there. And it's nice to me at the beginning. Someone came up to me today earlier, and they were like, "Hey, I just started watching Smallville with my son because I found out that he was an Arrow fan, and he had watched on Smallville. And he was like, I turned to my son, and I was like, you guys see where it started, son. We're watching Smallville, and I was like, there you go. But we're friends with everybody on those shows, and they'd be great, and they work their asses off, and it's really cool. But yeah, I mean, the visual sort of sense and the tones really did come from Smallville. But I thought we had a lot of heart, which I think is why it lasted so long. I think some of those other shows are...
I think that's the biggest part of any success story is like every show, you have to have characters you care about. And so there was like, you cared about Clark, and then you cared about Lex, and then you cared about all these other characters, and that kind of kept the series alive. I think that's important, so
yeah.
Heart.
And we had a lot of room to grow. I think our characters, you found them in an age where they were kind of seeking identity, and they had to grow up and try to figure out who they are and where their place in the world was. And some of these other shows are sort of guys who go, oh, I can kind of put this mask on and do this at night. Which is kind of funny, at least to me. But I think we just found our characters earlier, and you get to see more character development in some cases. Next question, as quick as possible, please.
So red kryptonite, how real are the effects of that? Because you wonder when you see, like Allison Mack. That must
Right, what's that? Huh? Sorry, say that again. Uncomfortable pause. Hey, say that again, I didn't hear your question. You're good?
Thank you.
So I'll ask a question real quick.
What was it?
I don't know, I'm not a mind reader. But I have a question for you. Christopher Reeve was on the show a couple times. Do you have a really great Christopher Reeve story that you can share with folks?
I do. I mean, you didn't.
I didn't really work with him. I came on set.
I got a call. I got a Friday from the guy Greg Beeman. I told him, he's like, hey, man, we're gonna get on a plane on Sunday. We're gonna fly to New York for 3 days, and we're gonna shoot some scenes there. And I'm like, cool. What are we shooting? He goes, I'll tell you on the plane. And I'm like, I knew Greg enough to he wasn't gonna he's a very brilliant, smart guy. He directed License to Drive, believe it or not, when he was like 20. If that gives you any context. He's a very smart guy. And we got on the plane, and he's like, we're gonna go shoot with, this Raven. I was like, what? And this whole Dr. Swan thing. We shot out of order from all the other episodes, so we can kind of get it all in there. And it was a really sort of cool experience for me, because that's who, when people say the boo word with man being, that's who comes to mind for me, because as a kid, that's what I watched. I mean, one of my favorite scenes ever in any movie is when he comes back to the bar having gotten beat up because he lost his abilities, and he comes back in and sees that same mean bully, but he's got all his abilities, and he kind of kicks a shot at him. I remember being a kid and being like, yes, that's what I would do. So to me, that's who that is in my brain. And being able to spend time with him that day was very special. He was very cool, and he was only supposed to be there for 4 hours, and he stayed for like 6 or 7, I think. Like his nurses were like, "You gotta go, man!" Like he was like, "Leave me alone." He was just into it. He was just such a. And if you you watch those episodes where he's in it, if you look at what he does, obviously, I mean, the man was paralyzed and couldn't move, but the effect that he had with the way that he spoke the lines, it was magical, and I think it still is. It's one to revisit if you guys want to go back.
Well said, my friend.
Thank you. And he was like, who's that guy playing Lex Luthor? He's good. You can't hear so well. All right.
I can't. Is it me or are the acoustics a little bad for that? Can you guys hear pretty well?
So I'm going to try to use the force and fix the acoustics, no promises though. But yesterday when I was meeting you guys, I noticed that every single one of you knew the Greatest American Hero theme song. So,
oh yeah, I love that song. We used to sing that set.
So I'm curious, what heroes from your childhoods, besides the obvious DC heroes, influenced you, and were there any in particular that you bonded over behind the scenes?
G.I. Joe.
You watch G.I. Joe?
And He-Man.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Skeletor, man. He's so buggy, like.
I like Cyclops.
I know he got away. Cyclops is cool.
Cyclops. Who's the claw dude? Lobster hand? Huh? Clawful?
Clawful?
I said
Clawful.
Get your hearing checked, dude.
I know that stuff.
Yeah. And
Lighting fireworks up and throwing on.
She-Ra.
Yeah, there you go.
What did I watch?
I think she's going to be here this weekend.
You know, I liked, I was watching Leave It to Beaver and stuff. Do you know the actors' names from Leave It to Beaver? Nope. Leave It to Beaver, starring Hugh Beaumont, Barbara Billingsley, Tony Dow, and Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. You know what the most disgusting thing ever said on television was? Ward, I think you're a little hard on the Beaver last night.
I don't understand. Next question, please.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I just have a statement and a question. Do you know how much your show truly means to fans? Because I was diagnosed at a young age. I'm very sick, and your show gets me out of bed every morning.
Well, thank you. Well, as Michael's walking up, one of the things that one of the things that allows us at these conventions is to get you guys to hear how our stories that we've been part of this touch you guys. And there's a lot of people who've been through a lot of stuff, man. It's humbling that we could be a part of helping you guys through this stuff.
You made it! Yeah.
Arrow's not that helpful when it comes to that. Supernatural? Nope.
By the way, everybody take a look at this shirt. Inside of you. Hey. Here's $20. Thanks for coming out. You put on a great show. They really brought it.
All panels are like this, right? Yeah. I heard the X-Files panel last year was just a ball. Oh, here we go.
I love how he changed angles. Get him off! Get off me camera! Get off me camera! Go to A! Just give him the bird! Just get here! Margaret, what were you doing? Why'd you let him do that? I can't just control the camera.
He's getting followed. He's getting followed. I love it. He said,
I would give you a hug, man.
That security is not to protect you. It's to protect everyone else.
It's like being followed by Weezer.
What are you watching over there?
This is the kid on the
What are
leash.
you watching over there, young man? He's freaking out. I gotta get out of here.
He's on mushrooms.
I don't like it.
Question?
DNA cup and Tom Welling lanyard or whatever that is, a sign. $400. $400.
What's up, Harry Potter?
How do you think Lex Luthor turned bad?
I'll let the guy who caused it tell you.
I think it was due to a lack of understanding, failure to communicate. You know, Lex had some pressures that, they were just, it's hard. It wasn't easy being Lex and being sort of misunderstood. Even if Lex was always trying to do the right thing. He's trying to build Luthor Corp. I think that was a sanitation company. Is that what it was?
It smelled like one when we were filming.
Yeah.
We did. We shot on a ship.
It was a ship plane.
It was a ship plane. We shot at a fertilizing plant for years. We were like, I couldn't breathe every day. Marshall, why did we shoot there? Because it looks cool.
Lex had a way of falling in love with the wrong women, but just weren't hers. Lex's biggest issue was possession. He wanted to own and possess and power and control things. Was that 5?
You nailed it. Well, also, look, man, he had a father who was overbearing, who didn't love him unconditionally. He got in a meteor accident as a young boy, burned his hair off. His best friend lied to him for years.
Lex's my best friend is Clark Kent.
Women deceived him and didn't love him for him. They just wanted his money and his castle. He lived alone. His brother died at a young age. His mom was blamed for the murder from his father. His father wanted to fence him all the time.
Are you taking notes, kid?
This guy was always walking in the mansion when he was trying to have a private moment with himself. No security, his security sucked.
Isolation was a big theme in Smallville for Clark Kent and for Lex, and I think one of the things that bonded them was that shared sense of feeling alone. And I'm sure we've all at times felt alone. And I think one of the things that
I am alone.
you can feel alone in a room full of people sometimes.
Yeah, I'm scared.
But I think that's what they bonded over, is a sense of alienation and misunderstanding of themselves and what their purpose was.
Well, I guess that...
What happened?
Yeah, all of a sudden everybody's aware. They're talking about dark stuff. We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, happy question next.
We gotta get over to the Gil Gerard panel, sweetheart.
Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers panel's over. It starts in 10 minutes. We're gonna miss this dude talking about sadness and stuff. Now, man, I wanna go back.
Oh, Buck Rogers is starting? I'm out of here, sorry. My best friend likes to, just for fun, wear a special man shirt under his dress shirts because he's a lawyer, but he loves doing that. Tom, have you ever worn a special man shirt underneath or around the house? Anything? Just on your own for your own amusement?
No, I have not.
It's special man.
I'll tell you a quick story. This is gotta be 8 years ago. I'm in LA and it's Halloween. It's my favorite holiday because you can wear masks and you dress up and it's actually my favorite holiday. I love Halloween. And I dressed up as Frankenstein and I walked into In-N-Out Burger and I had a huge, a big helmet Frankenstein thing, and the security guard was like, "Excuse me, Mr. He was about to call me Mr. Frankenstein." So I was like, he goes, "Sir, you can't wear the mask on." I'm like, "Why not?" And he's like, "Well, because if you rob the place, we don't know who you are." So I was like, "Okay," so I took it off. I got my double-double. I'm with my friends, and we sit down, and the little seats, the seats aren't very big. I'm sitting like this, and talking to my friends. My buddy looks at me and goes, "Hey, look." And I'm like, "What?" And I go, and there's this dude, full Superman outfit. Right here, I'm sorry, especially in an outfit. I looked over at the guy and I was like, "Hey, dude." And he's like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "He just made me. I like your outfit." He's like, "Thanks, dude." Because he had his own friend.
You didn't recognize him?
No idea. But my friends took the picture of me going like this, and the guy going like that. So I do have that picture.
That's amazing.
He had the curl and everything.
My question dovetails neatly with Harry Potter's. I wanted to know if you could give your characters on Smallville one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't drive your Porsche so fast.
And the series ends halfway through the first episode. Yeah, that could have been something if that Porsche was going off the bridge, but we'll never know.
Butterfly effect.
What would I say to you?
I would just tell me that you're
Hey, you can get better than Lana Lang.
Clark, there's another woman out there for you.
I just meant so Lex could go after Lana, that's all. Yeah. 10 minutes? Oh my God, I'm exhausted. I'm
All
gonna
right.
work.
I want to get to all these questions. Selfishly.
I'm an elementary school teacher. I'm curious, what were y'all like in elementary school?
I have a question. Is that what you wear when you go to teach elementary school? That would be awesome. Your kids would love you. What was the question?
What were you like
What were y'all like in elementary
What would I like to wear in elementary? What?
What were you like in elementary school?
Oh, I was bad. I was a terror.
I was like the power of Christ to compels you. It is you compels you. That's how I was in grade school. I was quoting The Exorcist. No one would hang out with me. Yeah, I had ADD, So my parents I didn't know, I couldn't study, I couldn't figure it out. I was just like, me studying was something like this. It was like, could not focus, man. It's like, well, he's not stupid entirely. He just talks a lot, he disrupts class, and he's doing the Exorcist. Oh, God. I would memorize the trailer to the movie Jaws. Remember that? No creature has survived millions of years of evolution without change, without fear, without logic.
So I have a question for you. If
It is
you
as
was in
though
your
God
elementary
created
class,
the devil and gave him.
what would you do with a kid like that?
I would laugh all the time.
I never got any girls. I was the shortest kid in my high school. Couldn't get nailed in Mr. Hayes' woodshop class. I was, and he was popular. He played sports. He was handsome, and I was like praying for pews. God, please don't pick me to be the skins in basketball. I have no hair under my arms. I have like glue hair from my head under my look. 16. It's weird here. What kind of drugs did you do, Dad? You're 6'5". Why am I 4'1"? I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, what moved you though from that to where you are now? Because somebody had to kind of step in, right?
It seems like what happened after that to now. Somebody
What was it that happened to you that allowed?
Yeah, I heard it. You were asking. I know what you said. Well, you know what? This is a serious thing. I think we all can relate to this. Hopefully we can. You just, even no matter what direction you're going, it's not going great at certain times, kids especially in their developmental stages, if you find someone who believes in you, or just gives you unconditional love and just roots you on, kind of a cheerleader, someone who believes in you, everyone has to have that person. And if you have at least one, then you have some guidance and you can go in a better direction. So I had a couple people there, like my grandfather was amazing. He had just this amazing attention, just always listened to me and talked to me and believed in me. And I think that really helped. And a couple teachers along the way kind of saw that I was not completely an idiot. And just were like, hey, and just believe me, it was just nice to, like, I could name those teachers. Mrs. Meyer, 4th grade, Mrs. Rao, 9th grade, Mr. Morrow, substitute teacher. There was a couple of teachers along the way, like Whit Combs, who was my mentor in college, who was like, you're a good actor. And I needed that.
I had a social studies teacher named Mr. Thomas, which is easy to remember. And I remember I was disruptive. It was hard for me to pay attention. I didn't want to be there. And I remember at one point, he just walked over and he goes,
you can do this.
That was a bad breathing right there, but for some reason I was like,
You believed it?
I think I can do that.
Is that something?
I think I can learn every capital of every country in the world, and I did.
What?
In the world?
Yeah.
Or this is the U.S.? I don't even know the U.S.
In the world, that was a social studies thing. Yeah.
What is the capital of
I
Maine?
don't bring any more.
What's the capital of Maine?
Capital of Maine? Candy Bun? What is it?
I think it's Augusta.
Georgia?
What's the capital of Georgia?
You know why? Because the state capital is like 4 blocks away.
I was going to go for that, but glad I didn't.
But I agree. You gotta have those people that just believe in you and help support you because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we probably are yet. We've had those people because we're all a little weird.
We're all damaged. We're all flawed. Yeah. Me especially. But tell your kid you love them. Tell them, say, hey, great job. I remember one time, this wasn't a great moment. I mean, I know my dad. He's upbringing. He's just very, certain this way. He doesn't want to open up. I was, Dad, I got 3 goals in that game. He's like, yeah, but it was a weak goalie. Well, all right. You could have just said, yes, you're very proud of your son. But he did. Let's call him.
So what was your inspiration? What was your inspiration for Lex Luthor? Why did you do that?
Well, I had a lot.
So we're at the 5-minute mark, so let's...
All right, question.
This question for Tom. Wanted to know what you felt was Clark's best relationship in the show.
Lex Luthor. What? It was fun to watch. And by the way, it's Lex and Lionel, to be honest, because for me, those are the most interesting scenes because those were the ones that revealed so much about not only my character, but the other character. I always go into the scenes with this sort of suspenseful, like, I don't know how the scene's going to turn out, which is great. You know what I mean? The line, like, look, Lionel, the Lois, that's all fun, but I think when you look at the grand arc of the characters, obviously the Lex character had the most effect on at least the trajectory of Clark. And Lon and Lois obviously then had the effect emotionally, so I think it's probably balanced.
Hey, so you guys got really to live with your characters for such a long time. As you see them being portrayed in new films or new TV shows, are there ones you just want to go like, no, you're doing it wrong, you don't get it, or yes, you got it, you understood it?
You mean like other people playing this?
Yeah, other people as new films, there's some you say like, yes, he gets it, or no, you're doing it completely wrong.
It's a very difficult question to answer because of the person sitting next to me.
Dude, hold that there, Tom. This is how this guy in the front right here would fart. Not the guy with the beard. Look at him. Stand up, sir. Everybody look at him. Now quiet. All right, now in the front. Keep standing up. This is how you would fart. You would ball down the tattoo and stand up.
Understand that we're happy and proud of every actor who gets a job to be employed. It's very difficult. We're all very different. When you're dealing with an actor who's playing a version of maybe a character that you played with, you can't judge them because it's not the same. What we have on Smallville, we had 10 years of character sort of discovery and forensics on who these people are. We had the ability to delve into why these people made these choices. When you look at the film, they don't always have the time for that. And a lot of times they're just not related. I know as fans, sometimes you guys judge one against the other, but you really can't. I mean, it's a very different set of circumstances a lot of times between film and television, and the crossover is very difficult, and I know you guys see that. And a lot of times it just doesn't work. I mean, some of the things you see right now in those films, you don't get to see the humanity of that character, and they're trying to delve into that version of him being alienated and him trying to reassess his connection to humanity. And that's not an easy role to play. So I have a lot of respect for people, for all actors, especially ones trying to play those difficult characters.
Good answer, man.
I'll let you answer the difficult one. So we are at time.
Is that it?
But I do think Michael should play Batman. That would be awesome.
I can do it. You can do it. Everybody can do it. All you say is, I'm Batman. Listen to me. I know you. Young man, pay attention. This is what I'm telling you. You're going to grow up and you're going to be very happy and successful. I know this. Because I'm Lex Luthor and Batman.
You're not freaking him out at all. Guys, this is great.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end. You can subscribe here to subscribe to the channel. There's more videos off to the left. Mr. J says, don't forget to ring that bell button for more notifications.